and that I don't have to pretend to be anything other than who I am. And that's been the most incredible gift.
Portia D. girls Ellen's public discussion of their marital issues, which resulted in a heated quarrel between them, has left Roy furious. Once viewed as a power couple with a clearly loving and strong bond, Ellen and Portia are currently experiencing a lot of stress in their marriage. According to Fitzgilead reports, Ellen told an insider that she did everything she could to keep their marriage intact, but questioned whether it was enough. The situation has left Ellen devastated as she tries to deal with the fallout. I will never forget what Portia told me. So what transpired? The romance between Ellen DeGeneres and Portia DC started in 2000 at a social gathering in Los Angeles. At the time, both women were establishing their careers in Hollywood. Ellen was a well-liked comedian and television.
Anorexia and bulimia is hell. But chronic dieting is also hell. Living your entire life, never feeling good enough about your body, never always feeling like if you weighed a little less, somehow you'd be happier, your life would be better, is a horrible way to live. And it's a very short step from a full-blown eating disorder. Mm-hmm. But really the only way I recovered from my eating disorder and from chronic dieting was to never, ever restrict.
Host who was recognized for being the first gay woman in entertainment, while Portia was a rising star who was best known for her parts in TV shows like Ollie McGill. Their first encounter was short. Portia subsequently acknowledged that she was instantly enthralled with Ellen when she first saw. Portia was not publicly out as a lesbian at the time, but she harbored feelings for Ellen, but was afraid to act on them for fear of the consequences for her career.
Ellen has completely changed the way I look at life. She's taught me that who I am is perfectly.
Over the next few years, their paths crossed a few more times, and each time there was a certain magnetic tension, a sense of something unsaid. By 2004, both Ellen and Portia were single, and at a similar event this time, there was no mistaking the mutual attraction. Ellen, who was the more outspoken and proud of the two, started a deeper conversation, breaking down some of the barriers Portia had put up around herself. Portia felt safe in Ellen's company, which was something she had rarely experienced before they started dating, soon after, though initially under the radar. After coming out in the late 1990s and receiving a lot of criticism, Ellen DeGeneres successfully rebranded herself as the host of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, which debuted in 2003. By the early 2000s, their relationship had become a symbol of love, courage, and authenticity in the LGBT plus community. As Ellen and Portia Dazi's relationship grew, they started to publicly share their bond with the public. Ellen often talked about Portia on her show, openly expressing her affection for the car. At the same time, Ellen's career took off and she became a beloved figure in daytime television. Portia, who came out publicly around the same time they began dating, was greatly influenced by Ellen's self-assurance and optimism. She frequently called Ellen her soulmate and best friend. By 2005, the couple was inseparable, and their shared love of animals, philanthropy, and changing the world seemed to make them the ideal match. Ellen's wit and sense of humor complemented Portia's more reserved and contemplative demeanor. They were often spotted holding hands, laughing together, and sharing affectionate looks at red carpet events. When the California Supreme Court overturned the ban on same-sex marriage in 2008, Ellen and Portia made the decision to jump in. It wasn't just a personal choice, it was also a political statement. And they were excited about the process of having their love officially recognized. Their relationship became a beacon of hope and inspiration for many in the LGBT plus community, signifying a strong and supportive partnership. Ellen proposed to Portia in their Los Angeles home with a gorgeous 3-carat pink diamond ring, and Portia was so moved that he said yes right away. Their wedding took place in their Beverly Hills home on August 16th, 2008, and was a small affair attended by close friends and family. The ceremony was full of love and joy, and I can still feel the smile on my face, the spring in my step, and the ring on my finger. So Ellen claimed that Portia and she both wore dresses by Zach Ozen. Portia wore a flowing dress, while Ellen chose a white pantsuit. The event was historic not only for the couple, but also for many others as they exchanged handwritten vows full of promises of love, support, and friendship.
Around the world, who looked up to them as role models. Their marriage marked the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. They continued to support each other in their respective careers while also taking on joint projects, particularly those focused on humanitarian and animal rights causes. In public, they were often seen sharing affectionate moments, laughing together, and showing genuine admiration for each other. Their love story was for a time considered one of the most stable and beautiful in Hollywood. Despite their strong bond, Ellen and Portia's marriage faced its own set of challenges. The pressures of Hollywood, constant public scrutiny, and their demanding schedules began to take a toll on their relationship. Signs of trouble started to emerge around 2014, when rumors of a rift between them began to surface. These rumors were exacerbated by Ellen's high profitable role as a talk show host and Portia's struggle to establish her own identity outside of Ellen's shadow. Portia, despite her talent as an actress, often felt overshadowed by Ellen's fame, which led to an identity crisis and created friction in their marriage. Portia was also dealing with body dysfunctions of the genital organs. When Portia became ill, these psychological problems, such as a history of eating disorders and feelings of inadequacy. Chronic dieting is terrible, but so is living with anorexia and bulimia. The only way I was able to overcome my eating disorder and my chronic dieting was to never, ever limit myself. Ellen's career was flourishing, and her show's increasing success required more of her time and energy. Living your entire life without feeling good about your body and always thinking that if you weighed a little less, somehow you'd be happier and your life would be better, is a terrible way to live. And it's a very short step from a full-blown eating disorder. Although Ellen was regarded as one of Hollywood's most powerful personalities and was praised for her advocacy, kindness, and sense of humor, her public persona as a captivating entertainer stood in stark contrast to the reality at home, where Portia frequently felt alone and isolated because Ellen's hectic schedule occasionally prevented her from understanding the extent of Portia's difficulties. The severe demands of public life and the strains of their jobs led to working Portia. While Portia publicly supported Ellen during this trying time, behind closed doors the situation was more strained due to the negative media attention and the stress of the